Alright, well, welcome everybody to the Zelda 1 Randomizer tournament. And here we are, game number 3. And I'm impressed the fact that we made ourselves to a game number 3, because this means we have an awesome winner-takes-all matchup here between Thirwolf and Malchior. Anyways, I'm being joined by Thirwolf. Or being joined by Elsoa. Talk, Elsoa.
What was that silence my cue to start saying something?
It was, but we're both eating.
Yeah, I had a mouthful of snack, and I don't think people would want to hear.
I mean, that's what they're getting with me right now.
So, where do you want to see them start today?
I honestly would like to see them start over in the upper right corner. The upper right corner where that's really will become problematic. And if our tracker, Saber UX, could hit the buttons, these runners are tied 1 game apiece here in this best-of-3 series. Winner moves on in the tournament. The loser, it's been a fantastic run through this tournament for them. I know Malchior has come quite a long way since being in the Rookie Rumble, or hosting the Rookie Rumble back in the summertime, and we do have a lower right start. We start with a letter, and we'll find out what we have for Triforces soon. We do see the enemies have been shuffled.
Good.
But immediately, these 2 runners are going to see whether or not our wood sword is at its vanilla home. 50-50 chance. Yes, it is, with extra candles turned on as well.
So the extra candles is interesting because given the 50-50 chance of just vanilla items, the extra candle actually feels a little bit better to take more often than not. Hi, Wizrobes!
Wizrobes on the overworld. I didn't take any. And these things look like they rolled up.
Oh dear. I'm pretty sure we have shuffled jock groups. Because Thirwolf got a 5er off of that Wizrobe, and he has not killed 10 enemies up to this point.
Are you sure of that?
Yeah. He's had 1 screen, so unless he's somehow... Well, actually, I guess depending on what the spawns were, maybe.
Nah, I'm sure this was a... Oh, I hate when Wizrobes appear on those kind of screens.
Triforces 7 and 5, assuming first quest are shapes, which, given the shapes dungeons, it'll be 7 and 5.
It definitely is going to be 5 or 7, considering the fact that the remorse from Thirwolf is to randomize the dungeon layouts. Thirwolf trying to figure out what is dropping bombs. So far, we haven't seen anything. Malchior. Oh, gosh, this screen. Lionels and Wizrobes and death, oh my! Ouch!
This is why Wizrobes should stay in the dungeons.
Fred missed that memo.
The power's yours, Thirwolf, except you don't have enough hearts.
And we have 80 for our large secret. 80 for our large secret.
Well, we'll have shuffled shop items. Oh, look at that big win for the money-making game.
I mean, that would be a nice big win if you didn't get hit with the minus 42.
Minor detail.
Mixed quest overworld, at least.
Yep.
Or second quest.
We'll find out on Thirwolf's side about... Oh, well, look, it's the second quest.
Mixed second quest overworld. That 80 is the only large secret we're getting.
That just means this will be a boomstick seed.
95 for the arrows.
Not great. Now, I'm really hoping we have dungeon items shuffled, because as nice as it could be to see the runners have to really manage their resources with second quest money and having to potentially buy those expensive arrows, I like when the runners have to find things.
Well, I mean, finding things is definitely going to be a key attribute to this seed. Especially since we do have shapes. Sometimes those shapes are not very nice towards actually letting you get said items. Level 4 found here for Malchior. It is colored its normal orange goldish texture. This will not be a drop.
What metal do you think this dungeon is made out of?
Plus or minus 4 HP. Those Gurias are down to 9.
Yeah, that's okay. You know what? I like this. I think that does swing a little bit more into Thirwolf's favor from a flag setup standpoint, just because I think he can handle some of the really tough combat rooms slightly better.
Yeah.
Just knowing his tendency to play flags that are max HP, Oko, all shapes, swordless, blackout, change secret spots, and a cup of ice cream.
Wise idea there by Malchior to reset, because getting bopped by 2 bananas right there, putting you down to 1, was not going to end well, even if you did move on to this room right here. Although I would have that room circled in my mind in case that does turn out to be a hard drop room.
So, something that I think is going to play into the decision-making, now that we know it's plus minus 4, is... Oh, look, the little red patch drop stuff. That's
Yeah,
nice.
there's our confirmation that drop groups were shuffled, even if we didn't get it beforehand.
By the way, these red keys are some of the most important droppers in the game, because they don't increment the global counter, so whatever they're going to drop, they're going to drop that forever.
Yeah.
Which means if they rolled into the bomb group, that is basically infinite bombs and what... A level 4! It's like a tuning fork with a little thing on the top of it.
I like the way you think, and that would be a segmented 4, isn't it? Yeah, that's a segmented 4. Hi, everybody.
Welcome to Shapes!
That's exactly what I was talking about with regards to shapes.
Now, if that 4 is ladder blocked, that's going to guarantee that we have shuffled items.
Yeah, but there's a lot of rooms to the right there that you could possibly find yourself not ladder blocked.
Yes. But Malchior didn't go there because there's no bombs.
Yeah, because we don't have a clue what's dropping our bombs at this point in time. Both runners are dealing with a 0 problem.
That's
Power bracelet found at Armos.
Okay, everyone prepare for vanilla items.
You sound so disappointed about that.
I like when the runners have to find the things.
I mean, I agree with you.
No permanent sword beams.
I'm just noticing your disappointment in this.
Vanilla items often ends up being a case vanilla items somehow manage to make combat both matter more and matter significantly less at the same time. And why do I say this? Combat matters a lot if your vanilla items are in dungeons that have really tough enemy sets. Combat doesn't matter if it's just, oh, I can just walk into this level 4 and find a ladder and I'm good. Whereas finding things kind of evens out the two a little bit.
I mean, we could still be dealing with the remove most open stairs.
Okay.
That could come into play. Malchior has decided I have had enough of this level 3.
What's going to be interesting to see is if they actually spend a little bit of extra time looking for hearts.
Malchior buying a key.
First off, I like the key purchase, especially early on when you don't really have a whole lot of ways to get keys without spending a whole lot of effort. What I think will be interesting to see is how this decision, or how the knowledge of plus minus 4 HP plays into their decision on whether or not they're going to dig for extra hearts. And the reason is, if you can get the magical sword, that really starts to nullify the plus minus 4 HP, because then it becomes plus minus 1. But you have to be willing to dig the hearts out, and red moblins drop bombs. Pulse voice go down relatively quickly. Thirwolf got a bomb drop or a bomb pack. I didn't quite see which.
I heard a chime, so I'm going to assume that it was from an enemy.
Not great money in the seed. Oh, that's left mobile. So Malchior finds the left mola. It's a bunch of rupee drops. Blue ring might be something to consider if the runners can somehow get that much money. Malchior is back in the left mola room. Takes a hit. Blink's hit. The hurt boxes are generally skewed to the right, so you really have no room for error coming out of that door to not get hit by the landmollas, and they are just hounding that door. They do not want Link in this dungeon under any circumstances. Malchior is going to get a break. Oh, but can't get to the door in time. While Thirwolf is continuing to explore the overworld, we find that it's vanilla any road, so that's not going to help us out all too much. Malchior is going to leave level 3 saying, I've had enough of this nonsense, I need to go do something else. Finds a bomb wall. That wall is going to open. Finds a potion shop. Does not elect to show the letter this time.
Now decides to show the letter at this time. 43, not bad. 80, terrible.
Yeah, it's technically 6 rupees more expensive to buy 2 blues than a red, but you get the benefit of you can buy the blue and then buy the other blue later. Also, Thirwolf looked like they were doing some gambling strats, but I'm elected against that now, or just exploring.
Blue Ring Shop has been located up here at the letter Cave, 242.
Well, at least that's cheaper.
The one thing about vanilla items, though, is the fact that it does force the red ring into 9, which in that case makes things terrible. Trying to get to 9.
Yes. But also, you could just buy a blue ring. Assuming you have the money. Both runners are now just doing some overworld exploration. Malchior using the bombs in the northeast gets... Hey, look, the small seeker's up. We have that going for us.
Yeah, I mean, 14 compared to 29 and 80.
Thirwolf certainly considered buying something at that shop.
Hopefully he doesn't buy a Wizro beam to the face.
Like that?
I did not anticipate the commentator's curse there. I thought he was scot-free, honestly. I did not notice the second one spawning there. But that's the danger of those screens, because they do not come at the same time. They show up at intermittent periods.
Yeah. Thirwolf finds level 4. We'll see if Thirwolf is able to do more in this than Malchior did. Thirwolf does have some bombs coming in, but also it's 9 HP Gurias.
Also, 17 is our door repair charge, as noted by Saber UX, our tracker here behind the scenes, making sure those buttons are pressed. Thirwolf, the winner of the 2020 Random Percent Tournament. Malchior pretty much have started to make a name for himself, making it to the finals of the SpeedGaming Live in-person tournament.
Whichever of these two goes into the top 8, it's going to be a tough matchup for whoever their opponent is.
And that opponent is going to be Shaddy.
I stand corrected. It's going to be a tough matchup regardless of which side of that matchup you're on.
That is correct. Shaddy is going to be the winner, is going to get the winner of this match. Shaddy ended up defeating Spudosaurus in their best of 3. Remove open stairs is turned on.
Oh, that's nice. And it looks like Malchior is working their way up to... Okay, there's the fairy count.
And is this the transport staircase, or is this the item? It's the transport staircase, because why do we want to have nice things in this level 5?
Now, if I'm Malchior, I'm making a mental note of where that room is, because that's a great way to force bombs on those Zals.
Thirwolf now with his bombs going to be able to check these rooms over here. Malchior trying to find out where this lamp, or not the lamp, this map is going to be. You see, the word lamp has 3 of the letters that I meant to say. L-A-M-P and M-A-P. Don't mind me, okay, friends? Don't mind me.
Rick's over here playing The Legend of Eels. Although, I guess if you had a... Although, I guess the question is, if you had a lamp, would it allow you to have a small little light come in the dark room?
Second quest rooms are on, because that room pushed.
That's nice. No bomb for Malchior. A little bit off on the count.
That's a dig dugger we're never going to have to kill. Thirwolf finds the transport.
Well, Thirwolf will be going to that little triangular segment of 4. We'll find more blue gorillas.
Just what you want to see. 9 HP gorillas in a room that you get stuck into, in a segment that you're stuck in.
You're not even going to get a stare out of here. The best you can hope for is like a key or something. Compass for Malchior on 5. Looks like they started with the Triforce, so that just gives them one less room to have to clear. Ooh, actually.
That's a pretty solid bomb upgrade price, but the fact that we're a little broke at this point, although, you know, given the amount of Zols that are in this dungeon, you could easily try to get yourself grinding up to that mark.
Yes, but you have to balance how long you spend grinding for the bombs versus what the bombs give you. However, large, gigantic comma. Malchior currently has 0 bombs, so it might be a little more worth it than otherwise.
The last time I saw a large, gigantic comma was on the Dragon Feeny stream.
So Thirwolf is in the right side of this level 4. There is a Doma that has been spotted, but it was in a shutter room, so it's not going to be required. Malchior may be taking your advice and spending a little bit of time farming some money. He would like them to not be on a heart drop if he wants money, though.
I would say, on the other hand here, the fact that he didn't grab that 5er, and Thirwolf takes the debt to the blue gorillas. Heart container on the floor in 5.
Okay, that doesn't really mean a whole lot, except...
Bait block in 5.
Oh, there we go. Now this could be the... Nope. Oh, this is going to be a heck of a Kananiki if Malchior can pull it off. Thankfully, the land millers seem to have rolled down, so that's going to make it significantly easier.
Yep, sets himself up beautiful, and he'll get a key out of that as well, and we might have our staircase room over here with a reverse C.
That was a beautiful Kananiki out of Malchior, especially given that land millers are not the easiest to get it on. And also, these are bomb droppers for Mal. Doesn't change the design.
Here's our staircase item. Is this going to be the recorder? It is.
All right, so at this point, you're kind of assuming vanilla items, which means Malchior probably figured out is not actually ladder blocked. He just has to find where the ladder is in there.
Yeah, he just was bomb blocked out of getting anything inside of that dungeon. And if I'm Malchior, I would get ready to toot that flute and see if it takes us to new places.
Well, I think checking these couple of screens makes a whole lot of sense.
That's why I say get ready to.
Oh, hi!
My sword!
Malchior's probably very happy to see that. So, Malchior's going to spend a little bit of extra time exploring before playing the recorder. I actually like this, just because you kind of clean up the area you're in before you get whistled away to a new area. There's a heart container on the coast.
And now he does toot the flute, and it's going to take us to Death Mountain. No bombs, so we can't check this.
So where this takes him next will be the deciding factor.
And this takes us back up here. This was level 3,
unbeaten.
So it is new unbeaten dungeons, my friends.
So now you just have to...
So that level up there was that level 2.
Yes. So now you just have to find level 9 and find your items. Thirwolf did not find a ladder in 4. But it could very well be in that little segment on the right, because I don't think Thirwolf went back to that little segment after getting stuck in the blue area room.
The only other caveat is that we may have to try to hunt down level 7 at some point, and Malchior spending a potion.
I like it, honestly. A potion does you no good if it's just sitting there while you're dead.
Yes.
Okay, we're hearing reports of a dig dogger blocking 4. Which, if that's the case, Malchior will probably want to go back to 4, probably after they get done with 3. I think you get 3 first, just because you're here. You can get a raft. Raft could be required for 9.
Raft could be required for 7. Oh no, that's a red candle if that's the case.
Right.
There's our raft.
And Thirwolf doesn't yet quite know that it's vanilla items. He may have the suspicion based on the Power Bracelet Armos, but it's not quite guaranteed like it is for Malchior. But I expect level 4 will be Malchior's next play.
There is the Triforce for Malchior. I want to say yes, but I don't think so.
Why not? No bombs?
No bombs. Bomb upgrade is +2.
Malchior may just look to see where the levels are. It's going to take Malchior to level 6.
Yep, up here into the mount.
I would go into 6 here. Too many options for you to get a bomb or pack on the floor, or maybe get a wand to make combat easier.
They're rolled back down to the bottom section of this level 5.
Immediate ladder block that direction in 6. We'll see if Malchior can get around it. So far, so good. Balls do die to a light torch. You'll have to use a candle if you want to get the gels out of them.
Fire container located for Malchior here in this 6.
Honestly, not a terrible thing to get, generally. Like, you want to have a couple of hearts just so that you don't get one shot by Ganon. Okay, he's gonna get the map out of 6. It's actually not too terribly big.
It's ladder blocked.
It is ladder blocked.
So we will need to get the ladder out of 4 before we're able to get the Triforce out of 6.
Malchior's first gotta find some bomb droppers.
Malchior popping to level 8.
Meanwhile, Thirwolf is just getting all the bomb drops he could ever want.
Yeah, and Malchior at this point is getting nothing. There's the recorder.
There's the bomb drop.
Oh no! Oh!
Spawned up there. You get it?
No!
Thirwolf's going to immediately head back to 4 with that recorder out of 5. And the bombs might be the thing that kind of kicks Thirwolf off to the races here. Just by sheer virtue of Malchior hasn't been able to get a drop yet. Because Thirwolf will be able to get this ladder out of 4 now.
Malchior searching around at this point. Would love to see a bomb shop. Would love to see something that, is going to come into play. Now, obviously, we are also hunting down level 9, so there's a reason why Malchior is still doing this stuff.
Yep. Could also try to find level 7. There's Candle Shop.
Not that level 7 is going to be required for anything.
And there's the ladder. And I don't think we've really nailed down what our overall bomb droppers are yet.
Not exclusively at this point, and that's going to be tough here for Malchior.
Yeah, without knowing what the bomb droppers are, you kind of have to just kill everything and pray.
Doesn't help that the red whiz robes are 8 HP.
8 HP, and we don't even know if they drop bombs.
Yeah. For all you know, your overworld could very well be those blue whiz robes. Oh, yeah. That's disgusting.
Malchior's going to keep looking for spots, try to find some bombs. Thirwolf gets the Triforce and ladder out of level 4.
Malchior losing 17 rupees. Thirwolf now. This is pretty dangerous here for Malchior, because Thirwolf, with the arsenal now in his pocket, can just easily make the run towards these other dungeons. Heart container on the floor here in this segmented level 2.
Yeah.
Gee, also, how can we tell that this is a segmented level 2?
Well, I mean, most hearts don't spawn in the upper right corner of a stair room.
And level 2 doesn't normally have stair rooms.
Yeah. But Malchior has to find bombs and has to find bombs quickly, or else it's just the gap is just gonna grow to the point where it becomes insurmountable.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna clear this room out. There's a map. That's, what is that? Oh, hi. Potential bow block consumed.
Danger. Danger. That's all I've got. Danger.
Danger, Will Robinson. Well, maybe the Triforce... Oh, there's the compass. Oh, hey,
it is a Goma Black Triforce.
Well, now you gotta buy the wood arrows. That's the kind of things that you want to see if you're on Team Malchior, is Thirwolf has to redig more than like one thing. But Thirwolf is just buy arrows.
Yep. Really, what Malchior needs at this point is, if he's not going to get any bomb drops, to get the rupees for that bomb upgrade in 5.
Honestly, grinding the gels in 5 might end up being the answer.
There's one right there.
But yeah, Malchior's got to move. Malchior's got to find bombs quick, because that's really the tail of the sea right now. Is just one runner had bombs, the other didn't, which is weird, because that's not normally the deciding factor. At least not until level 9, not this early.
And this is also the danger of when you have shuffled drop groups. Why it's so important to force.
You remember what I was saying earlier? How I said sometimes vanilla items makes combat completely irrelevant? This is kind of what I was thinking of, is something like this, where it's vanilla items, one runner just finds the one thing that they can do, and that ends up being largely the deciding factor.
Yeah.
Malchior is now going to go into level 1.
Dig Dogger City. And every dungeon is going to have enemies that drop bombs.
Just got to figure out what level 1's is.
Yep.
And there was a bomb wall on the way to the ladder. That's why Malchior has not been able to go back and pick that up yet.
Yeah.
Now, the white sword will help a little bit. Let's be very realistic about it. Having the white sword in hand for Malchior will help a little bit. Thirwolf likely will not get that unless he finds it on the way to 9.
Yeah.
Nothing on
and at this point in time, you need level 9 to be in such a nasty location.
You need level 9 to be Wrath blocked, and for Thirwolf to get Wrath in 3 on first dig. That would certainly help. Oh, these blue dark nuts seem to be kind of squishy.
There is our bow.
I think level 1 is bomb blocked. And still no bomb drops. Oh, wait, no.
Well, we had these rooms over here to the right as well.
Yep.
So Malchior getting that bow as well.
Red Dark Nuts die to a wood sword.
If you are rooting on for Malchior, you really want to see something dropping bombs here, so at least he can get some momentum going. There's the boomerang.
I think you pick it up, if you're either runner. Malchior is going to skip it, though. Nope, he's going to get it. Nope. Yep, there we go. There is a floor pack of bombs in this level.
Huzzah!
Assuming Malchior goes and takes that room. It looks like
heart container.
Okay, so...
And he's going to be forced in that direction, too.
Good. Malchior will probably go to level 4 as soon as they're done with 1, which will even things up a little bit, actually. Because you think about it, if Malchior gets the bombs here, goes immediately back to 4 and gets the ladder, that kind of mostly evens it out, because both of them will have done 1. Thirwolf will have a little bit more knowledge of the Goma block in 2, which could matter a whole lot. Oh, the rope
drops off the ropes.
That's huge. Both of them should know it's deceptive hints. Because they got a hint for level 2 being in the grave when it's not.
Which, the deceptive hint, honestly, is rough.
Well, it's only going to matter for level 9, which is an important level to find, and level 7, which nobody's going to care about.
Right. But that means that you can't go into level 8, search for the entrance to death is blank, and immediately know that it's going to be up there. Obviously, you're going to still want to dig it.
Thirwolf has elected to go back a room, spending a little bit more time in this level 1 than Malchior. These small differences are going to end up mattering more than they might look on the surface. Because Malchior is immediately going to go back to 4 with these bombs, immediately get that ladder, and probably go to 2 next. Now, Malchior has not cleared this room out yet, but with a white sword, it is faster to clear. Nope, just going up this way.
Yeah.
He forgot that his ladder blocked.
That was an unfortunate oops right there.
But it's not that much of a thing. Thirwolf is taking the time to look a little bit for level 9. Malchior has elected to go straight back to 4. I think this is the correct play to make. And honestly... Oh, there's 7. That won't get dug ever.
I will say, though, that there is some commentary about the... You still would want to see that hint about Death Mountain, even if it's deceptive hints. And I do agree, because there is still a chance that that hint could be true, and on your way to verifying whether or not it's true, could stumble across it.
Malchior is not going to go to the segment of 4.
Yeah, I would, and this is a good decision here by Malchior, by just opting not to deal with those Koreas. They're 9 HP, so that would be a very long time spending with combat just to get out of that room. And when you already only have 2 hearts to begin with.
And you'd maybe get a key at best versus just up A. If you die, you have to walk all the way back anyway, so you might as well save the trouble. This room he'll clear, and he'll clear the Stig Dogger room, so a little bit faster of a 4. Already has 3 done. Mal did get, I would say at this point, Mal got the bombs within the window that he needed to put this race back on relatively even footing. Again, there is the fact that 2 is bow blocked, but Malchior's already got the bow, knows where an arrow shop is, just has to get some money to get that.
Yeah, the money for arrows is going to be the roughest thing, but there is the ladder for Malchior. Now he's going to be able to get this Triforce out of 4.
And Malchior may also just make the decision of, you know what, okay, if 2's bow blocked, I don't need to get anything else out of there. I'll just do that right before 9 and get money while I'm doing the other levels.
Yep, exactly.
And that's a completely reasonable decision to make. Malchior might also, both of them honestly, might want to dig a little bit looking for a magic key. We haven't seen a rare shop yet, and we could still have Boomstick. I don't think we've seen the expensive magic key, but I wasn't paying quite enough attention to the prices.
We have not seen a bomb shop, which is probably the rare shop.
It's probably bomb blocked. I'm going to say second quest 9.
So level 8 is a slug.
Yeah. I don't think the runners are necessarily going to want to dig this for a magic key at this point. Malchior's electing not to go into 8. I think that's a good decision at this time. Going to instead say, okay, let's go to 2. I like this.
And he is going to find out about the bow block in short time.
Yeah. But I don't think he's going to beeline arrows necessarily immediately after. He might just walk over to 6 and do 6, honestly.
That is absolutely untrue, old man.
But
don't you lie to our runners.
But if we take the boomerang and burn it with the candle, it makes a red flame, and that means we have a red flame from a blue candle, which means we should have a red candle if we get a blue flame. Wait,
does not compute.
Nope, that doesn't work. It's not math.
No, it isn't.
Speaking of math, we're not going to get a whole lot of opportunity to do much math given we have recorded to unbeaten and vanilla items.
Yes.
But we can do math at 9 of how many rooms you think it's going to take to...
Ganon's room!
Hey, look at that! We have Zelda and Ganon not in their own rooms. Excellent. Bring on the Zelda shoot room. Bring on the Zelda shoot room where you find her from the other side first, and then you have to go through 8 blue wish robes twice to get to her.
We had that in the last tournament.
We can have it again. It's like breakfast. You can have a second breakfast.
Yes, you can.
Now
I'm working on my third breakfast right now.
I only had a second breakfast because I... Well, I mean...
You made mistakes, Bird.
I made a 4.5-hour mistake.
Don't you wish you had making a 4.5-hour steak?
I'm pretty sure that steak would be completely overcooked at that point. I'd rather a 4.5-hour brisket.
Level 6 dive here for Malchior, just around the corner.
Now, the one benefit of this level 6 for Malchior is that it is actually pretty small.
It's still horrible, but yeah.
Magic key for Thirwolf. Could be important. Keys so far have not been the biggest resource issues for the runners compared to bombs, so... but still very nice to have, and I don't think anyone's going to say no to a magic key at this stage. Malchior does not have a potion. Gonna try to get the door open, at the very least.
Yeah, that's a good decision right there. Don't take the death right there. And you knew that was going to have the bomb open because there's no staircase to the other side.
Right. Thirwolf continuing to dig level 8. And remember, Malchior did buy a key early on in the seed instead of buying arrows.
Yes, he did.
So, I think it will be interesting to see how much Malchior wants to dig for that magic key if he does not find it on his way to the Triforce Gate, which is a possibility. You can always find it on the way. This is not an easy room to deal with.
No, it's not. It does get him a key. Wise
like
decision. Wise decision.
So, the reason Malchior up-A'd there before leaving the room is it's going to leave just those couple of Gurias alive instead of respawning the entire room. And it's much easier to get through, although the Gurias don't care, they'll snipe you anyway.
Yeah, that was just a unfortunate not taking super care. Elects to go with a bomb there, which, you know, honestly, you've had problems with bombs at this point. You better start considering working up a count soon.
I expect Malchior is not going to spend this bomb until he either has to or he has a 10 count. Now, again, we all are also going to see Malchior pick up a little bit of time in these dungeons over Thirwolf just from having that white sword speeding up the combat. Even though Thirwolf does have the arrows, which helps to even it out, there are certain enemies that you'd rather have the white sword for, and honestly, the arrows do cost money, so you have to consider how many of those you're spending. Potential stair here for Malchior in level 6.
Oh, hi!
Oh, that's a lot of fairies. Malchior's got no problems in the health department now.
It's like the palace in Zelda 2 that keeps dropping that gives you a fairy. There's the wand for Malchior.
Really good stuff. That kind of evens out, if not overtakes the benefit of Thirwolf having the arrows in terms of this pure combat. Now, bear in mind, Thirwolf will have an easier time dealing with the Pulse Voice. And if Malchior goes that direction in 8 instead of going up towards the upper left, while Malchior will miss the any key, they will have a faster rate than Thirwolf did, which can matter. This is nice. If Malchior has a boomerang, that's what you need to see if you're Malchior. Lots of fiber drops so that you can get the money to get the arrows that you know you need.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of what I was thinking Malchior was going to do earlier. Say, okay, I'll go back to 2 when I have the money. I'll get the money on the way, and so far he's doing that.
Yeah, and here's another great room.
And level
More
9
fibers.
with an immediate cannon.
Also, 9 found here for Thirwolf.
So that screen is not necessarily the worst to get back to. We'll see how much of a time difference that ends up, of a time sink that ends up being for Malchior.
But you know what this means?
What?
Thirwolf's never going to get that white sword.
No, he's never going to get that. He's going to skip the raft in 3, which maybe saves some time. He's going to skip the wand in 6, probably. There's enough ways that Malchior can bring this back, which honestly, Malchior's not that far behind.
I mean, the biggest advantage right now Thirwolf has is that gigantic dig through level 8.
Right, but if Malchior just goes to that bottom right area and has a shorter rate than Thirwolf, that gets erased, outside of the magic key aspect. Malchior, don't do it! You want it, but you don't gotta do it. He's not doing it.
Which he knows he needs to make a purchase, so the fact that he's not doing it tells you that he is very, very keen on what he needs to do with this seed.
And That spot is not far from their... And that spot is not necessarily that hard to get to, so I expect Malchior will check that before checking Death Mountain for level 9.
All right, both of these runners are currently sitting at their 6 Triforces here. Game 3. Winner takes on Shaddy in the quarterfinal round of this tournament.
Malchior has elected to save. Gonna go ahead and check South Coast for level 9 real quick.
And get some rupees for it. In addition, is going to retry out of this because you don't want to lose that bomb.
Right.
And you're not saving that one, so you're going to retry out of that one, definitely.
So the question's going to be, how long will it take Malchior to find level 9 versus for Thirwolf to get that Triforce out of 6? Because that Triforce was not free in 6 by any stretch of the imagination.
So 3 retries for Malchior. And he will now opt to go.
This is probably going to be an open desert cave play.
Okay, so you need the 95. So he knows what he needs now.
Might go to level 8 here.
Yeah, you got to go to 8 at this point.
Again, the question is, how long is it going to take Malchior to find that level 9 versus Thirwolf to get in there? Now, if Malchior has a faster rate than Thirwolf, that is going to help significantly, but he does not have those arrows to help deal with these pulse wish rooms.
There's the bombs for Malchior.
But that wall doesn't open.
Well, it's good that he got the bombs, because that's the last thing you want to feel is, oh, I just blew my only pack of bombs.
Thirwolf is out of level 3, about to go into level 6.
Malchior heading over here towards the right.
Again, a quick 8 from Malchior really helps to even this out. Malchior might find level 9 while looking for the rest of the money necessary for the arrows if it comes to it. And there is always the X factor of level 9 can be level 9 if it's favorable to one runner versus the other. That could swing this whole thing again.
By the way, okay, so Thirwolf is going back in this direction because he really wants to get them to figure out where his opportunities are. I was thinking that if he went straight up, he wasn't going to see this map, which could make for an interesting time.
Yes. But now Thirwolf is going to check the slower portion, which makes sense.
Yeah, this is going to give... Oh!
Going to get dig-dogged. I don't think that was the term you were expecting to hear today.
I dig it.
No bomb drop there for Malchior off that red moblin.
Yeah, we're going to get to a point here where you're going to have to be careful on these deaths because they could really come back to hurt.
Yeah, because Thirwolf does not have far to go necessarily in the 6 to get to that Triforce. Looks like Malchior is going to try to go towards the upper left himself.
And for those of you who are wondering, the any key for Thirwolf is up on the upper right corner of this dungeon. This is not a good spot for Malchior to be stuck.
But gets out of it, plays the recorder again. Now, Malchior getting a compass would be very beneficial here, and Thirwolf did not check the stone dagger. I think Malchior is going to grab that 5er on the way out. Nothing in there.
Nothing in that room at all.
Wand room for Thirwolf. This will help even the combat up a little bit. Oh, but he's going to skip it. Does not want to have to deal with that room. Malchior gets the hint about Aquamentus. No push block in there. Now Thirwolf is going to clear this room out.
Malchior is moving over towards this right systematically.
And without the keys, Malchior may be a little more willing to just skip the key doors here.
Although getting a key right there might help. There's the wand for Thirwolf that will help give him a little more combative ability.
doesn't make him have to spend arrows. He's definitely not going for the white sword now. Not
Yeah.
the wand.
Well, there's no way he's getting the white sword. There's the transport staircase here in 8.
I don't think we saw where this goes. Oh, actually, it goes kind of where the Triforce is, but it's all bombs!
Yep, you've got to make a choice, and I don't think... When you have 2 bombs, I don't think you can make that choice, and all he needs to do is go to the room to the right, and he would be in the room with the Triforce. Will he chance it, though?
There's no way. You don't chance it on 2 bombs. Not when you have potentially another way around to get there.
Yeah.
He's gonna spend a key. Compass for Thirwolf in 6.
Thirwolf will be the first one to get into level 9. Malchior spends a bomb and it gets nothing out of it, and he will reset his count to 0.
That's a good idea. So, Thirwolf finds another bomb upgrade.
No rupees to spend it. Malchior is sitting at 3. And if...
Malchior has a path, gonna try to get some bombs on the Troll Dongos. This is not the easiest thing in the world to do.
Yeah, when you're dealing with the nerves at this point, these Troldongos, if you guess wrong, could be problematic. He's trying to get them set up in the proper way without them devouring his bombs.
Gets it. There's one. He's going to go for another one. Meanwhile, Thirwolf is out of 6, has all of the Triforces, going to head over to 9, as Malchior will go ahead and finish off level 8.
And Malchior, by the way, still needs 7 rupees.
7 rupees, but also still has to look for 9. Thirwolf is going to get a potion here.
There's the Triforce from Malchior. All right, level 9 coming up here for Thirwolf as he makes his way in. Elsoa, we have 3 things we are looking for.
We're looking for metal arrows, because wooden arrows will just not really be able to pierce Ganon's pin. We're looking for where Ganon is, and specifically which room adjacent to Stark he is in. And we're looking for Zelda, because, well, Zelda does not quite have the ability to open the door to get out of 9. Malchior finds level 7 and leaves.
Malchior needs 1 rupee.
Now, this is where things could get dangerous for Malchior. Because if Malchior decides to dig Death Mountain looking for 9, that's probably game right there.
And it's a Shapes 9. Who knows what Shapes can do? That is not a push block.
There's money for Malchior.
Getting the rupees, and he's going to save.
Excellent.
Good decision.
That should save Malchior from the trouble of digging Death Mountain. Gonna buy arrows here and immediately go back to level 2, and then just has to dig near Stark. Although, that was the arrow shop we just passed. Unless he's got another one in mind. I'm gonna play the recorder here. Might still be just checking a couple of other caves looking for 9 on the way back to 2.
Goma, Diamond Staircase, blocks
Transport.
a transport staircase. That would have been real fun if that turned out to be the silvers.
Yes, to answer a question in chat, Malchior is still looking for a level 9. We sincerely hope that he doesn't decide to try to dig Death Mountain for it, because that probably will be...
Way too much time for Thirwolf.
That would just make the gap way too big. He's got to try near Start first.
All the lag in the world here, that room.
Still looking for silvers. Still looking
All
for...
the dig doggers in the world.
Still looking for silver. Still looking for the single shutter door. Not looking for Ganon.
Yeah, because we had an immediate Ganon when we didn't really want an immediate Ganon.
If they had... I mean, if Thirwolf had the silvers, he'd probably be very happy with it. Oh, walk in, kill Ganon. Okay, sure. So, for those just joining us, the gap between the runners that has formed is we have vanilla items. Thirwolf had bombs on their first dig of 4, and Malchior did not. And that's about it.
And Malchior had a long period where he could not get a bomb drop to save his life.
Yeah.
His first bomb drop that allowed him to get momentum in the seed was getting a floor drop in level 1.
However, Malchior did have a faster level 8, so that bought him some time back. He does have the white sword, which is going to help at least somewhat in this level 9, although because it's Dark Nuts, the wand is basically equal.
And we still don't know what Ganon is.
And Malchior's going to check this spot. We'll see. Malchior does not know where level 9 is, so depending on where Malchior digs, that may in and of itself just be enough to bring this to a close.
He is saving.
Good. And he's headed towards the area of start. That's exactly what he needs to be doing.
Is the cave north of start that he needs to go to get to level 9. It looks like he's on the path right now. If he bombs the wall there, he will be inside level 9. Here we go, friends.
Wait, hold on. He's going past it. He wants to bomb this wall first because this one's guaranteed to open. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes. Another secret.
Now, let's see where he goes from here.
He's going over here, and he will be in 9. Here we go, friends.
Yep. Now,
with the whiz ropes, get into 9.
Now, if Malchior takes a different path than Thirwolf, that could really swing this race back towards Malchior. So this is by no means over.
Yes, if Malchior went up to Death Mountain, spent a whole bunch of time with a mixed second quest overworld Death Mountain, yes, he would be in a lot of trouble. He still does not have the resources that Thirwolf does in regards to the current bomb count and also the key count. Like, those 2 bombs right there could become a major factor.
But remember, sometimes you actually get helped by not having the resources because it takes you on a different path that leads you in the correct direction.
That being said, Thirwolf does have the exploration advantage here inside of this level 9.
Potential shutter door here. It does open. Malchior is going to elect to go to the right.
Yeah, that's right north of start.
There's a stair room for Malchior. Thirwolf finds the transport.
Oh, he's trying to get a bomb force right there. Beautiful work there by Malchior.
And yeah, about a 4-ish minute gap between our 2 runners getting into 9, which, depending on where these silvers end up, if Malchior does take some different turns, could end up getting equalized out.
Yeah. Thirwolf, the 2020 random percent champion. Malchior, the runner-up in the Red Ring found in 9. Malchior, the runner-up in the SpeedGaming Live in-person tournament back in November of last year, or was it November or October? It was October.
It was October. End of October.
There's Zelda's room. Hey, there we go.
But Zelda's not there.
We knew that they were going to be separate because we saw Ganon's room in level 8.
Yep.
But that's also news to Malchior because I don't think Malchior saw Ganon's room in 8.
No, we didn't. Thirwolf Red Ring, probably not what he really wanted to see, but also he's not going to turn it down.
Map to 9 for Malchior.
Oh, that could be important. We can see a couple of one-off little nubbins over in the corners. That could have our silvers.
Now, Thirwolf is 1 room away from where that map is, so it's not going to be that massive an advantage if Thirwolf goes to that room.
But Thirwolf has to go to that room and be willing to clear it. Thirwolf might not be willing to clear many rooms that don't have shutter doors at this point.
Oh, he's going away from it.
No map for Thirwolf. Okay, that could be a drain on Thirwolf's bomb count. But again, it is level 9. Level 9 likes to just do whatever it wants. And Malchior's key count honestly isn't that uncomfortable for level 9. Gets a bomb drop too! Like, the thing you gotta remember about level 9 is that level 9 does have keys inside of it, so it's not like you're permanently stuck outside of it. They're in the same room now.
Yes, they are.
Now, 0 HP Ganon will make that red ring be less important, although I don't believe Malchior has a confirmed path to Ganon yet. Malchior is going to go pick this key up, but check that door as well. Nothing there. Thirwolf is just blindly bombing away. We know that there are rooms on the other sides of these walls.
Yes, indeed.
Thirwolf doesn't necessarily know that. He might be thinking, okay, 9's generally a box. And yeah, the number of keys that have been in this 9 are really making that any key be a little bit less valuable.
These two are almost stalking each other at this point. It's uncanny. There's the compass found. Zelda's in that room under the top right corner.
She's in the nub, but Malchior did not go that way. Malchior's taking a slightly different path here. I don't know if Thirwolf has been this direction yet or not. Gotta find a way to the top corner. Meanwhile, Thirwolf finds another transport staircase. Cannot go to the left. Can he go to the right? He can go to the right. Thirwolf down to 1 bomb. That's important.
Yeah, Thirwolf is trying to systematically figure out the path to get to Zelda at this point. Malchior appeared to the top. Right, there's the silvers for Thirwolf!
Silver's right by Zelda's room. Malchior's not too far from there, though. Just has to find the way to that room, and Thirwolf does not have a path to Zelda yet. He knows that Zelda's in that area, but he doesn't have a direct path.
Malchior's just a few rooms away, but for Thirwolf, is this a 0 HP Ganon? Malchior's heading in a general direction that, you know, he's 1 room to the right of where those silvers are. It is 0 HP Ganon.
Okay, so now Thirwolf just needs to get the path to Zelda, and Thirwolf will be the winner of this race. Now, I don't think Thirwolf has seen a path that leads to Zelda yet. He just has a general knowledge of, okay, she's in this area. And Malchior is going the wrong way.
Yes, he is in a section of this night he doesn't really want to be in, and I think that's going to do it. I think Thirwolf's got this path right now. That room to the silvers had a door to the right, I do believe, and as a result, I do think he's going to have the direction to go to get to where the kidnapped is.
Malchior gets a red ring. Just a little bit of a consolation prize, but just not going to be enough.
Yep, indeed. It's been a fantastic run here for both of these runners. Malchior, as you know, as I said at the very beginning of this, has come a long way since he came onto the scene last spring. But with this, the room to the right here for Thirwolf.
There it is.
And the door will open up. Nice of you, old man, to tell us where the kidnapped is. It's Thirwolf and Shaddy in the quarterfinals.
Everyone, please get your GGs in the chat for Zelda holding the bomb and Thirwolf finishing with a first place time of 55-27.
And you notice what Zelda had next to her?
Bombs.
The bombs that became a massive part of this seed.
That honestly was just the main difference between the two, was just that 1 bomb drop.
It was the biggest difference between these two. The fact that Thirwolf got bomb drops probably a good 10 to 15 minutes before Malchior did. As we welcome in our race winner, Thirwolf, you're moving on to the quarterfinals.
All right. Man, that gets your heart pumping right there.
So, the way the gap opened between the two runners was, Thirwolf, you had significantly better bomb luck than Malchior, to the point where Malchior spent probably about, 10 minutes looking for bombs just to be able to get that ladder out of 4?
10 minutes in the overworld trying to get bombs. Finally got that room drop in level 1. You both were in 1 at the same time, but it was just a matter of Malchior just could not get a bomb drop to save his life.
That's rough. I'm not even sure, other than Blue Jack Tektites, what drop bombs on the overworld, to be honest.
Probably the blue Wizrobe, so you aren't killing them to figure that one out.
Oh, no, not at all. Luckily, the dungeons, at least, that they were okay-ish with bombs. Once I actually was able to do 2 damage.
Fury SK just letting us know in chat, it was 23 minutes before he finally got a bomb pack.
Oof.
And it happens. I mean, we have dropped group shuffled.
Yep.
Yeah. A flag I hate, but, you know.
Malchior's 1 room south of the silvers, but gonna check some other rooms first. Been a little bit more hesitant to spend bombs in 9, understandably so.
Mm-hmm.
He will take this transport.
Probably it's those 2 rooms linking to each other. Yep.
Yep.
And this is the room that had the silvers for Malchior.
Malchior will be done here probably within like 2 minutes or so, especially with the 0 HP cannon. Both of you found the red ring first.
Yeah.
Nice hit for Zelda, by the way, and deceptive hints.
Yeah. Gotta
When
love
will
those
we-
deceptive hints.
When will we get the hint that says the kidnapped awaits next door?
I mean, all Fred needs to do at that point is just swap out the text that is in the vanilla game, go to the next room.
There's Ganon.
There's 0 HP Ganon. Anticlimactic, and I know that's been one of the things that Malchior has been saying about 0 HP in regards to it does make for an anticlimactic finish, but in case you're wondering, the white sword was underneath that recorder spot that's in the forest that's near the coast.
Yeah.
Malchior had picked that up early before he found all of his dungeons. And by found, I mean flew the recorder to find all the dungeons.
Yeah, we knew you weren't getting that white sword once you found level 9.
Yeah. 9 was the end of any overworld checking, so.
And for understandable reasons.
Mm-hmm. It would have been really great with all the things that had 2 HP, but.
How about all the things that had like plus 4 HP?
How
shoutouts
much
to Blue. Yeah, shoutouts to 9 HP Blue Gurias.
They were the worst. They weren't dropping, and they had just so much health. Oof.
If one of them had been blocking the way to Zelda's door, that would have been fantastic. Or 8 of them.
And here we go around the corner. Malchior is going to go and see the shutter door opening up with the hint about the kidnapped. Get your GGs in for Malchior. A great series with some bombs on the floor.
Official time of 1 hour, 9 seconds.
So it's going to be you and Shaddy in the quarterfinals.
Yeah. That'll be fun. Some late night racing, I'm going to project. That's going to be the thing.
Probably get the late night crew to go ahead and commentate those matches.
Yeah, looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. Really was
And
kind
also-
of a coin flip as far as which of us was going to move on.
Yeah.
But GG's to Malchior. Got me
We're
good
gonna
game
get
2.
him in here right now. Malchior.
What, Rick?
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
So what would you like to say to those mysterious blue things that never seemed like they wanted to fall for you?
Yeah, where's the bomb shop, please?
We never saw it. Had to be the
Yeah,
rare shop
no
at this
idea.
point.
It's probably in
Probably
Death
not.
Mountain. Gracious. Yeah, that was my 5-minute overworld tour, just looking for the bomb shop. The smart thing to do would have been whistling to 1 or 2, and then just trying to get bombs through the... I don't know why that didn't trigger in my head. I think because I'm like, I still have to look for 9, And so I was fine with still doing an overworld tour at the time, but oof.
One of the things we were thinking that you were going to do is get up to that 75 rupees so you could buy the bomb upgrade.
I wanted to! And then I saw that Goma in 2.
Yeah, then we saw the Goma in 2, which Shaddy, or rather, I'm sorry, Thirwolf saw first. And at that point, it was like, okay, we need to buy arrows. Yay.
Yeah, that
I
was
was hoping-
immediate by arrows after that.
Yeah, I was hoping he didn't go into 5 for the recorder.
Oh, that was the first place I actually... Well, I tried 4 first, and that
Same.
kicked me out. And then I found
Yeah.
5, and yeah.
Alright, so we both were on the same pace.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
just
like-
the main difference was that Thirwolf was able to get bombs, so was able to get the ladder before you were able to. And again, the bombs became a massive issue until you finally got that one room in level 1 that decided, hey, here's some bombs for you.
And then I got a couple lucky forces. Y'all think I was counting? Ha! Yeah, right.
Now, you did have a shorter level 8 than Thirwolf, so you did make some of the time back up there.
I was hoping so.
And you did go in the right direction to find level 9 next to start, as opposed to all the way through Death Mountain. So
That would have been terrifying. I really don't know what took me that way. I was thinking after I got my last Triforce, I'm like, after I saved, because that's just the habit, save after I get my last Triforce. And I was like, wait a second. Crap, look at all those spots I left in. Fine, alright, well, I left 2 at the start. Let me do those first. I'll retry those bombs. And then I found 9. I was like, oh, crap.
yeah, so Thirwolf ended up not finding the white sword that you wound up having. So you did have that advantage, which allowed for what wound up to be a faster 8 for you. But in the end, I think if we're looking back at this race, the bombs just put you a little further behind. And that's kind of what happens when we have drop group shuffle.
Yeah, that was not fun. What was the 9 differential?
About 4 minutes or so.
Okay.
I think you both were pretty even because you both wound up full clearing that 9. We were thinking you were in a few rooms before Thirwolf was. In fact, Thirwolf never got that map off the Dig Dogger, so we thought that could have become a changing point in that 9, but Thirwolf found the path to the silvers.
Yeah. And maybe if I'd have taken Staircase 4 when I first encountered it, we'd be closer to each other. But, like...
You should actually see that, because you both were, when you did find those staircases over there in that northeast corner, you both were at almost the same rooms together.
At the time, I couldn't take it, because I'd be leaving rooms in the northeast corner.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the same thing I did.
And that's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
I know you spoke to me personally, Malchior, about coming into this tournament here, hoping for some redemption, and the fact that you got to the round of 16, and the fact that you took Thirwolf to a game 3, the person who won this random percent tournament back in 2020. I honestly think you did get your redemption in this tournament. GG's to you.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, this is some of my best finishes against the top of the field, so I will gladly take it.
But is there anything that you want to say as you make your exit out of this tournament, Malchior, as far as a participant's concerned?
Oh, thanks for everyone's support in broadcasting this thing and keeping it going and keeping it fresh and interesting. Thanks for all the love that y'all have shown Baby Mal. We'll keep the pictures coming. And hopefully, if his schedule allows, I can still get on the mic a couple of times before this thing closes out in a few weeks.
And one other thing I do want to talk to you about before we finally turn the page over to Thirwolf one final time. I understand that you are starting to contemplate, not necessarily get all the details together, but starting to contemplate Rookie Rumble 2.
Yeah, so Rookie Rumble to Electric Boogaloo. Let me see. I had a cool name for it. Rookie Rumble 2 Shuffle the Hearts 2 or something like that. Because last Rookie Rumble, we kept it kind of simple. We added First Quest Mix Overworld, but it was just shuffle items like normal. Think about adding Heart Shuffle on this one. Tentative start is going to be like early July, after the 4th of July or something or other. I still got to nail down the criteria for like selection, because the whole idea of the Rumble is because we want to be able to include all levels of beginners, and there's a significant gap there if people have had any exposure to the randomizer versus someone who's coming in for their first time. I thought the last Rookie Rumble did exceptionally well. We had both a Battle Royale and a tournament. So hopefully we can get Rookie Rumble 2 started up in early July. So go ahead and practice up. Tell your friends if you know people in other randomizer communities or just in gaming in general, and it's like, I think I could try this rando thing. What's it like to mix up the items? What's it like to toss the enemies everywhere? What's it like to figure out this puzzle of randomizer? Get them involved. This is super fun.
So keep an eye on the Z1R Discord, and once the details get put together for that, Malchior here will post them up on the Discord, especially if you are a beginning runner and are looking to get into Zelda 1 Randomizer. That might be an opportunity to get your feet wet before you get into some of the deeper tournaments.
We have some of our key runners that went deep this tournament that started in the Rookie Rumble, like Jess Sandy and Kennedy and a couple others. So, yeah, it's a great way to practice your skill set with like-minded peers that are of mostly equal exposure to you in your knowledge of the game. So it's a great time. I also want to offer just another thank you to my opponent, Thirwolf. I never thought I'd get the chance to face a previous tournament champion like this in a 1v1, and I'm glad that we went the distance and that we showcased a lot of cool stuff in this game.
Yeah, it was a tough series. I mean, game 3, it really could have gone either way. Maybe some better bomb luck on your part, and yeah, you never know. It's randomizer. There's some RNG involved, definitely.
Absolutely.
And so, Thirwolf, as you make your way into the quarterfinals against Shaddy, what are your thoughts? What flags are you hoping roll on? What flags are you like, please keep these away from me?
I mean, it would be nice for Bomb Shuffle, the drop group shuffle, to not roll on for once, but I've kind of given up at this point. I'm like, it's just going to be on. I mean, but, I can hope that, it won't. Maybe enemies not rolling up to 9 HP Blue Gorillas would be good.
Oh, Lord.
Because those guys sucked.
Those
Especially
murdered
with
me
no
in the
drops.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah, they were rough.
Instructions unclear. Just gave you 14 HP Blue Wizards at your own
Max
bomb
HP,
drops.
there you go. Yeah, let's not do that.
At least you didn't have to kill any Blue Wizards this seed. That was something.
Like we said, they probably were part of your bomb droppers.
Yeah, probably.
And they also probably were the only thing that rolled down, so they were like 6 HP.
Yeah.
Hey, Red Dark Nuts died easy. That was cool.
Yeah,
That was
down
fun.
to one wood sword hit.
Yeah, that was nice.
Wood sword, dang.
Mhm.
Yeah. They were 1
Nice.
HP.
Nice.
But yeah, thanks for the restream commentary tracking and all the admins. Thanks for all the work you do. And we'll keep on going until someone knocks me out.
And we now take a look at the brackets for the Z1R tournament. The quarterfinals are set. You have Sighttown versus Ice Blue. You have Fury SK versus Truant Gamer. Shaddy versus Thirwolf. And Elsoa versus Antlers. Should be a fun round, quarterfinal round here. And the next match is coming your way tomorrow evening at 10:30 p.m. They're calling it the top rope. Fury SK versus Truant Gamer, game number 1 of their best of 3 series.
There's not a single one of those series where you're going to be able to predict the winner easily. Not a single one.
No.
They're all going to be really close.
I mean,
Yep.
we all remember how Just Andy's father tried to predict things, and he's sitting right now in next to last place with his predictions, and he's dead.
Oh, no. Poor Drooly.
So that just shows you how difficult it is to predict this thing. But yeah, let's go ahead and say thank you to Saber UX for doing the tracking for us. Also to Elsoa. I'm glad you've given up part of your Sunday afternoon to join me for this.
Hey, I'm glad you rescued me from terrible decisions I was making earlier.
Yes, indeed. We won't even speak of those terrible decisions. For Malchior, for Thirwolf, be sure to give them a follow. And thank you very much for joining us. The quarterfinals begin tomorrow here on the SpeedGaming Network, as well as Z1 Randomizer as well. Talk to you tomorrow.